Mentor to Millions mission. I'd like my brand and business to be and company to be so wealthy that I can afford to feed 1 million people in a year. That's the impact, that's the kind of impact that I imagine for this. That I can feed 1 million people in a year. It's going to be something, right? To be able to feed 1 million people in a year. I'm looking for the right mentors to mentor me to multi-millions so I can have such an impact that I can feed 1 million people in a year. And I want to do it now. So it's wasting no time just getting into it, because tomorrow isn't promised. There's no promise of tomorrow. And it's better to be rich early than later. And the reason for being rich is to live life on purpose, to be able to do what I like, when I like, where I like, with whomever I like, as much as I like simultaneously, and to bring other people with me to do the same thing. So that you can follow along and you can say, oh, that's how he's doing it. And you can be mentored along the way. And you can pick up the strategies and step by step along the way you can grow with me to get massive value so that you can be more valuable in the marketplace, and that you can solve the problem of pain in your life and in your business, in your companies, so that you can live life on purpose, so that you can do the 5 W's, do what you want, when you want, where you want, with whomever you want, as much as you want simultaneously. Have the science of achievement under your belt, as well as the art of fulfillment. So you're living fulfilled, you're living on purpose. You know that one day you're going to die. So you want to live where you've got nothing left in the tank. You're as happy as what you can possibly be. You know, living life on purpose, having an impact, being able to live from love and connection, love and contribution rather. I think that's even better, you know. And to save decades by being mentored. That's what this channel's about. It's really about saving decades by being mentored. Little things, like even biblical things, like this is, I wasn't going to mention this, but I'll mention it. You know, a biblical thing such as tithing, you know, where you give 10% of your money. Even Tony Robbins, he said, nobody that he knows that is rich doesn't pay tithing. So he says everybody that he knows that's rich pays tithing, 10% of their income back to God, to where God reaches them. So this channel is really about brand, you know, building a brand, building a business, going from where you are now to multi-millions so that you can have a massive impact, and so that this can really solve pain so that you're no longer suffering. It's to stop the suffering in your business, stop the suffering in your life, so that you have the good life. You know, that you get to have the good life. You've got the family. I think that's really important if that's one of your values, is to have family. It's one of my values, right? And to shortcut this decades, you know, by mentors that are actually successful already. And that's what I want to show you. I want to showcase who are the mentors that help me, and who can you get help by as well. I think that's really important, to show the process, to document this process, because even Myron Golden, he said that it's easier to make a lot of money in a short amount of time than what it is to make a lot of money in a long amount of time. And to just take action, you know. Myron Golden, his name is actually, even talks about, you know, you're expiring, you're dying. So you want to get with it, take action. So that's what this channel's about. I hope that you subscribe and like the video, and I'll see you on the next video.